All right, so welcome to another brand new episode of Live FX Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. Or you can also address me as Anuj. All right, so welcome. Welcome to another brand new day. This is the end of the month, and today it's the London bank holiday. So pound is experiencing a bank holiday, obviously. Without any doubt, market's been rangy, pretty rangy today. No moves around Asian session, no move around London session, and obviously we have been ranging. So there is chances around New York Open or potentially around NYSE we could experience a push down or some sort of push in either of the directions. So I'm actually waiting for sales below 151.005. So we'll see what's going to happen. Until then, I'm trying to set up my system and waiting for the boys to come in, and we'll start the stream. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Alrighty. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Lows below 151.005. All right. Just give me a second. All right, and I'm back again. And we are back to it again. Alrighty, so another day, Monday, end of the month. So, I'm obviously expecting a slow market, especially when it's a bank holiday today. We have experienced slow markets around bank holiday. I mean, a lot of people, they even call it a day just because it's a bank holiday. They don't want to risk their money in a slow moving market, right? So they want to capitalize. They just don't want to enter the market in a funny sort of a setting. So yeah, that's the scenario right now. And obviously we're waiting for the market open at this point in time. We're waiting to see if the candles could eventually close below 151.005. And that way, obviously, there's a clear target on the left-hand side. So in about, I would say in about 20 pips or even 18 pips of range. So which is pretty good. Which is pretty good, sir. Pretty good. Pretty good, sir. And alrighty. Alright, so I was explaining all of my thought process and I was muted. Okay. Alright, so I was saying the range is pretty much expected as we know, because it's the end of the month. I mean, the candles have moved significantly in a direction, right? So this month is coming to an end in the next day and 11 hours. It's very interesting. It has grabbed some liquidity from the downside, still respecting the support. But again, at the same time, it has moved up so well. Look at the price. Prices move around NFP, right? So the NFP only caused the price to drop down, only showing us a new demand area. Prices started pushing up at this point in time after pushing up significantly on gold. Look at this. Started pushing up brilliantly, and it's ranging side by side. So I am kind of waiting for gold to break these levels right here. So 1817, or at least I would say 18, 13, 10 or 15, right? So if the prices are going to break these levels clearly, I may take a position. So obviously similar to Nish Schultz's idea, And I'm also looking for pound yen sell today, and pound USD also kind of looking bearish. Just have to see some sort of volume, some sort of drive, and that's it. Just need some sort of volume in the market. All right.
Hey, Nuj. All good, brother. How are you? Yep. Well, I am.
Dun, 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 dun. And we are waiting for pound USD or pound JPY to give us some sort of signal. Waiting. So how was your sleep? Is it nice and early over there?
Oh yes. That's 7:51. I had a good night's sleep, I would say.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. So if you have any question, just shoot the question at me. Any question.
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun. So is it summer over there? Is it summer or
Yeah, it's summer. We're transitioning to fall. It's getting a little cold now.
oh
Well, technically, if you ask me, 2 days ago it was 40 degrees, right, in the
wow.
Celsius. Now it's getting down to like 20-ish now.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Weather in Canada. Are you in Toronto?
No, I'm in Halifax, in Nova Scotia.
Halifax. Oh, yep. Looks like rainy, isn't it?
A little bit
Wee.
cloudy. Yeah.
All right. So it looks like Tuesday is gonna be a good day to hang the clothes on the liner. I'm checking the weather for you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, looks like Tuesday and Wednesday. You have nice 2 day buffer. Yeah, I have to
Like
check
this is
the.
the best it gets, right? So from now on and fall onwards, it's always the worst. So we're enjoying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuesday,
once it
Tuesday and Wednesday is the picnic day.
well, technically in summer, if the temperature like even in the winter, if the temperature is above 0 degrees, every day
Uh-huh.
is a picnic day.
Wow. Wow. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Once it hits like late fall and winter, uh the days are so gloomy, there is no sun, and even if there is sun, it's cold. Like the sun is cold, I'd say.
Yeah. Wow.
Unlike Australia.
Yeah, Australia is good. I mean, even the winter's not that bad. You know, we do have snow, but where I live, there's no snow. So if I have to experience snow, I have to go like in about 6 hours of drive. So not that far. But the summers are good here. The summers are beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of friends say.
Yeah, you gotta come here sometime. After you guys have some traveling restriction off out of the Canada, because you guys are making the vaccines mandatory, isn't it?
Yeah, I had both my shots,
Both of you.
and I would say,
Oh,
yeah, almost 50% of the population is like vaccinated fully, and
uh-huh.
70% and more are vaccinated at least one dose. So we're getting there.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah,
And
we.
yes, I'll definitely come to Australia someday.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So I got my first dose as well, and a little bit funny on my stomach after getting it. I don't know.
That happens. The
Yeah.
second dose, I was flat out for 2 days.
Wow.
So even if you feel a little dizzy and have a temperature, it's all good. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. And these guys are just injecting virus into us, you know. So in the vaccine, apparently they have this small bit of protein of the virus. Apparently,
Yeah.
yeah. Funny.
Oh well, things you gotta do to live, I guess.
Yeah. True. You know what should they what they should make? They should be making a vaccine that makes people smart. just jab the vaccine, make people smart. That's what they should be making.
You're way ahead of your time, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they should make. Expand the brain. Yeah.
So Anuj, I have a question over here.
Yep.
So your bias today is sells below 151,005, right?
Yes.
So why did you choose your bias as sells and not buys?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Okay, so now heading towards the bias, you have to build bias looking at the higher time frame to lower time frame, right? So now if you look into the monthly time frame, monthly candle is about to close in the next day and 11 hours, which means the candle is almost very close to its close. So what that tells us is there's a higher chance if the candle is still bearish, there's a higher chance it's going to stay bearish, right? Now, what I've seen in the past is higher time frame candles, especially around the close, either they retrace heavily, which it has done already, or either it pushes really hard. So if there's any chance it's going to push in any sort of direction, it has retraced already. So what are the chances it's going to push down? I mean, there's more chances. So on a monthly sort of a time frame, my bias is sell. Now, when I go into the weekly time frame, what do I see? I see that weekly candles. So the past 2 weekly candles, this bearish candle broke the support. And what do we know? We know that after breaking a support, if the candle is to move bearish, it is going to retest. Right, so when I say that, this is what I mean. So if I erase everything out of this, and if I show you this, look at this. This is the weekly sort of a support area. Now, if the candles are to push down, it has to do a retest. It has broken the level already with this candle, and the next candle is doing somewhat a retest around the same area. Now, if the retest has been done already, there's a higher chance the candles could actually push down. But again, at the same time, today is a day where the volume is pretty less already. So we are not sure if today is going to be the exact day. But in an overall picture, I'm still looking for sells. For buys to play out, the area on the top around this area is a pretty funny area. Prices having a really hard time rejecting off these area. If you look at the wicks, and you will see that the prices had a really hard time. So basically what I'm expecting is I'm expecting candles. I'm expecting candles to sort of retest the previously broken support on a weekly sort of level and move down. Now when we come down to the daily time frame, the last daily candle, that was the Friday candle out of the last week, it actually rejected that same area we talked about. And that area is the daily support area. Look at this. This is a daily support area, right? So
Okay.
if I have to again draw, dun, dun, dun. So look at the daily support area, dun, 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 dun. So the support area is a little bit big than support line. I mean, if I was to draw a support line, I'll be drawing a single line. But if I'm considering a area, this area has been tapped 1, 2, 3 times, right? Now, which is a pretty good number. 3 times on a daily time frame is a pretty good number. And the candles are actually rejecting it. So maybe if the volume is actually going to push the prices down, my bias could play out. So at that point in time, I'm just visualizing the monthly candle to push down, weekly candle to respect or reject the previously broken support area. Now that's how I build my bias.
All right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty easy. You know, you go off of the highest time frame, could be monthly, and you start visualizing. What you say is, okay, so where are we standing in a monthly sort of a candles time frame, right? So for example, is this the start of the month? Is this the midway through the month? Or is this the end of the month? Now, a lot of beginner traders, what they don't understand is they don't look at the candles in terms of timing. They just look at the candle and say, oh, this is bearish, this is bullish. And that alone doesn't help. So you have to build a bias saying to yourself, okay, so if the candle is just starting, maybe there's a high chance it's going to move in the opposite direction before moving in the original intended direction. That's how you break it down. And that rule actually applies to every other candle, even 1 hour. For example, if the 1 hour candle is to move down, it moves up, makes a top wick before pushing down, and that's what you exactly want to see. So
Okay.
that's going to be lovely. Now, 30-minute has made that resistance, which is pretty good, but I'm still waiting for price to break 151.050.005, and we are 2 minutes in the hourly candle right now. I don't want to rush in any sort of trade, so I'm going to let this candle breathe for another 5 minutes. All right, so Corey B on YouTube says, I used to do that on past just one time frame and it cost me a lot of money. Yeah, you shouldn't be looking at one time frame. When a lot of people tell me that, hey man, I'm just looking at one time frame, I don't know what they're looking into, because it's not going to make sense. You know, I've back tested several times. I've looked into my journals, and you know what I learn every time? I say to myself, looking at one time frame is not enough. Sometimes just looking at 30-minute alone, I mean, the structure is going to make sense. Sometimes it's not going to make sense. So what do? You switch to another time frame. That could be 1 hour. On a 1 hour, still not making sense. Price is ranging. On a 2 hour, well, okay, 2 hours kind of showing me a support. So if the candles are to break that support, I may have a clear move on the downside, especially because there's a clear range on 2 hour time frame. So why not? Obviously, what do we want out of our trade? Before we take a trade, we want a clear structure, we want a clear bias, we want volume, and we want range, especially range. If there's no range, there is no trade. You don't want to trade in a 10 pips range. It doesn't work like that. Now, Sudeep brother, if you go into the dry, what you will see is you will see ideas like range. And I think we have made a video about what is a good range and bad range too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to help as well. But yeah, definitely note the things
All right.
down.
I still have to go through that.
Yep. Yep, sure. But you're allowed to ask questions. As beginner trader, you're allowed to ask questions. 100%. Yep, 15-minute candles ranging side by side. And still waiting. Okay, we are 4 minutes in the hourly candle already. 4 minutes in. Pretty solid. And we are still waiting. Looks like this is gonna be a character building day. The way it's moving, the way it's ranging, but we are still here and we are still waiting. All right. Alright, so if there's any question from you guys in the YouTube, obviously we can answer your question. And this is the amazing right time. You know why this is the amazing right time? Because I'm in the mood and I can answer your questions, guys. So in the YouTube, if you guys have any sort of question that I can help with, I mean, obviously, do ask me smart questions. Don't ask me what's my dog's name. Yep, so if you're gonna ask me questions, I can help you right now. Right now. And we are waiting. Corey B on YouTube says, "Hey, catch some spell. It's not moving." Man, I wish I could cast a spell when the markets could move, man. I wish the guy who casts the spell, he's not on the live yet. He's gotta come, and he's got his own bit of spell. We are waiting for Mr. Spell Guy. Mr. Spell Guy. His name is Kevin. Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin is the spell guy. We are 19 minutes in this hourly candle, so which is good because we have let this candle breathe for 19 minutes and it has made a top wick. Obviously, the structure is not that clear, so at this point in time, if I'm expecting sales below 151.005, it's very logical to say it's a breakout sort of a trade. And if I'm expecting a breakout sort of a trade, I need some sort of volume in the market. And if there's no volume, I mean, it doesn't work, right? So we are waiting for the volume. That's what we are waiting for. Waiting for volume. All right, guys. Actually, we have made our group public, and we have officially launched our course as well. So we have a course. We are taking people in our mentorship enrollment. So this is our site, bossofcraft.com, and a lot of people, a lot of friends are joining in, trying to learn FX from us, from me. Obviously, they're getting access to me, and it's actually a lovely time. So yeah, we just want to pay it forward. You know, that's the idea right now, just to pay it forward, build a community. Obviously, want to grow together. That's the idea, and yeah, sharing the knowledge. You know, that's just it. So right now, yeah, mentorship enrollments are on. I don't know when this will be off. When this is going to be off, I mean, next time it's going to be there. It's going to be obviously with a limited number, or there's going to be some sort of changes. So right now it's wide open. We're taking people in. A lot of people, they've been asking me, hey man, can I learn FX from you? Hey, this and that, obviously. So if you really want to learn FX, man, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. We are making our group public, and yeah, there is a lovely course and a personal support given. So yeah, pretty cool, hey? Pretty cool. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. GU. Yep, GU is slowly moving down, which is good. GU is slowly moving down. No volume at all. It looks like the market's experiencing really less volume. Really less volume. That's what it is. All right. Man, I just got sleepy. Because of the boring market. Sleepy market, sir.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Oh man, oh man. Sleepy market. Alright, so Harsh Kushwaha says, were you profitable last week? Yes, sir. I was. So one of the accounts I did 14%. Another, it was 8%. I mean, pretty good. I got two accounts, and one is for that leverage. It has all of the leverage I need for gold and stuff. But that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, last week it was like some of the trades from London session. And pretty good. But right now the market's pretty sleepy, pretty boring. I mean, this is what happens, you know, just waiting for the NY open at this point in time. So if the candles are to push up, obviously it has to break 151.285. And if 151.285 is going to be broken, I mean, we do have clear range on the upside as well on 30 and an hourly. But obviously this area on the left hand side has been a funny area where the price has been rejecting off of previously, right? So we will see what's going to happen exactly over there with the market open at this point in time. But I got sleepy, man. I was laying on the sofa for a while and I was like sleepy.
Yes, the market is very boring. Do you mind sharing with us your trading journey?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So all right, so rather than my journey, right, what I'm going to say is I'm going to share some of the bitter parts I've experienced, and I don't want any other trader to experience, right? So when trading, you have to make sure a beginner traders, obviously this channel is not a financial advisory channel, but again, at the same time, when you're trading, you have to make sure you're disciplined. Man, trust me when I say you have to be disciplined. The trading discipline is different than anything else. I belong to a martial art background, right? So I'm a martial art student, teacher, and when I say that, I teach martial art, and that is one of the most disciplined field. It's so close to being a soldier, right? So a soldier discipline is different to a discipline in trading. You have to talk to yourself constantly. In the past, I have done trades. I've won by revenging market, but sometimes the revenging market has hurt me bad. Now, a lot of traders out there, they only show you the profits. They only tell you, oh, you know what? I just made $2,000 in an hour. Oh, I just made, $1,400 in 15 minutes. They only show you the profits. They don't talk about what not to do and what has hurt them, right? So I'm going to tell you everything that hurt me. So never ever revenge your market. You want to be disciplined 100% of the time. If you're disciplined, man, that's it. Now, if you're disciplined, you're telling yourself, you're telling me that you are willing to lose less in the market and keep your losses consistent. And if your losses are consistent, your winners could always be big. Right, so you want to keep your losses small, be disciplined. And another idea could be, for example, when you're entering a trade, you have to reason why. That's exactly what you're trying to journal, right? So you got to journal, reason. When I was a beginner trader, I didn't give a single flying F about journaling, and that hurt me a lot. Maybe at that point in time, when I lost a lot of money, maybe I should have journaled, right? So I would have learned even quicker, even better. So I didn't realize that. Now, if an experienced trader is telling you that, you know what? Hey, traders, you gotta journal what you're doing. You gotta journal, man, because it's gonna help you, right? So if you're clever enough, if you're the fastest in the room, you are gonna journal. So journal. And most of the time I used to be like, because I was stubborn, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna figure it out on my own. No. Get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a coach who can actually coach you, who can tell you, hey man, this is wrong, this is right. All right, so you're asking me a question, and this makes sense, this doesn't make sense. You need a coach. You definitely need a coach if you want to learn trading with this old ass classic style, where you want to lose a lot of money, where you want to figure out stuff on your own. It's gonna be possible, but it's gonna take a long time. So you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. And you need to set yourself a daily risk. If you don't have a daily risk, I don't know what you're doing. If you're coming to a table to play card, and if you have let's say if you have $1,000 in your pocket, and if you lose $1,000 in that table in a day, man, that's not a nice idea. You have to keep a risk percentage in your mind, a daily risk. You need to have a certain risk that you want to play with in a day. You don't want to risk your whole account, all right? And when I was training as a beginner trader, I didn't have these things aligned, and that hurt me a lot. And I don't want you guys to hurt yourself. So you got to set yourself a daily risk. You got to set yourself a trading plan. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner trader, you're a 10 years trading veteran, or you've been trading for 1 year, 2 years. Doesn't really matter. You need to find yourself. You need to make yourself a trading plan. Now, if you have a trading plan, you're only telling me that, you know what, you're prepared. You're prepared for anything in the market. That's what you're telling me. But if you tell me, hey man, do you have a trading plan? If you tell me, maybe no. So you're telling me you're ready to lose. You're ready to lose all you have, and that's not nice. You want to build a trading plan. That's it. Simple as that. When I was trading as a beginner trader, right at the first few beginning days, man, no trading plan. Just jumping in the pairs. I was trading like 10 pairs in a day. That's just crazy. I used to use support and resistance. Most of the times I used to be profitable, but when I used to lose heavy. So that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Not a nice feeling. Not a nice feeling. And over the past years, what I've experienced is, for example, the fastest in the room survives. Now, this is something I read. This is something I have applied to myself. Now, when you're in a trade, you have to be the fastest to secure. Now, over the past years, what I've experienced is scalping in the market is the real answer. So what does that mean? That means if you're telling me, hey man, I just took a trade and the trade is running in 30 pips profit and I'm not happy with 30 pips, I need that 40 pips, otherwise I'm not securing a bit out of the trade. That means you're foolish. You're not the fastest. I mean, I hope the trade runs in your favor, but if you're being fooled by the home runners in the market, that's not how it works. The answer is scalping. You have to take pieces out of the market, get out of the market, right? Take pieces, manage your trade. All these things are gained by experience and trading in circles. So you need to find yourself a group you can trade with. You can share your idea, knowledge. You can expand your ideas. You can be coached with, and you need these ideas, man. 100%. And when you have your mind opened up, you want to learn, man, there's nothing in this world you cannot learn. Simple as that, you know. So a lot of traders out there, they have done their hard part. They have done the old classic, old ass style of learning trade where they lost a lot of money, and they journaled all those stuff. Now we can learn from that. So we don't need to repeat the mistakes. If we really want to do mistakes, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely okay to do mistakes, but we have to learn from those mistakes, right? As a beginner trader, that's something I did wrong. I lost a lot of money. I was stubborn, and I didn't want to learn from my mistakes. Now, that's one of the things you need to apply to yourself. 90% of the traders out there, they lose their money because they don't want to learn from their mistakes. You need to be courageous. You need to be, I would say open to realize what mistake did you did. Now, these things, if you guys realize the importance of all these things I just said, man, that's gonna kick you up a notch. That's gonna help you a lot, honestly. Because trading is so similar to gambling, right? Now, gambling, man, a lot of people approaching trading from a gambling sort of approach, from a gambling sort of a sense, they lose a lot of money. a lot of money because they don't have a fixed plan. They're not prepared. They don't have a fixed analytics. They don't have a fixed statistic. They're like, hey man, I'm gonna go all in, boom, and that's when they lose all of the money, and it doesn't really make sense. 90% of the trader approach the trading from a gambling sort of a sense, which doesn't make sense. If you're a trader, you have to consider all of these things. You need to have a big basket on your back where you can collect all these knowledge and pick from on the times when you need. Simple as that. On YouTube, Enzo says, how long did it take for you to win back all your losses? I think my problem is that I always think about winning my losses back. That's why I'm rushing. Ooh, okay, Enzo. So just hearing that, you know what I can see. I can see that. Okay, so first question you ask is how long did it take for me, right? So everybody has a different, I would say, different path of learning, different span, different period. Everybody needs their own special requirement for learning purposes, right? I mean, I would say for me, I started being profitable around that 2.5 year mark, but I don't know if that's going to help you, right? So I was profitable once I realized that, hey man, I know what is trading. I can read the market. Now the thing was, I just needed to be disciplined in the market, right? And when I applied the discipline, when I realized that, hey, you know what? If I keep my losses small and if I'm accountable, I'm going to be profitable. And another thing, Enzo, what you're saying is you're saying to me, I think my problem is that I always think about winning my losses back. So what does that tell me? That tells me you're entering the trade really early. Are you actually timing your trade? So in your journal, what you need to note down is, when did you exactly took the trade? Did you take the trade halfway through the hourly candle after the 15-minute? Or did you take the trade in an hourly candle at the last very few minutes? And what happened? You have to note these things down. You have to note down things such as, okay, in the 4 hour, I took a trade when 1 hour was up out of the 4 hour, or 1 hour passed out of the 4 hour. You have to note these things down. Where were you? Where was the position taken exactly? Was it halfway through the 30-minute candle or halfway through the hourly candle? You have to note these things down, and obviously you would know that, you know what? Maybe your bias was correct in the market, but you only took a early trade. Now you have to start realizing these things. Now, if you tell me, man, you're thinking about winning your losses back, that means you may not be a disciplined trader too. I honestly don't know personally, right? I don't know what you're doing. If I had known you personally, I would exactly tell you what you needed to do to be successful, 100%. But just looking at your question, you're telling me you're trying to break your trading plan. In your trading plan, in your trading blueprint, you have to clearly define how many trades you can take in a day. There has to be maximum number of trades. There has to be, I would say, for example, for me, it's like maximum 3 trades a day, right? I cannot take more than 3 trades. It's just like a rule, simple as that. Even if the market presents me with a beautiful opportunity, I'm not going to overtrade. So you have to avoid over trading. You have to avoid early entries. Now, sometimes what happens is in the market where your entries work and you feel as if the entry at that point in time works, and you start taking those entries repeatedly, and that's something that's not going to happen over time, right? You have to realize that you have to let the market move, and that's when you enter. If you enter before the market's going to liquidate you, or the market's going to grab liquidity off of your account, and you don't want that. The market doesn't care who you are. The market's going to move its way, right? You got to respect the market, and you got to let the market set its own structure, and that's when you try and capitalize off of it. So Enzo says, that's why I'm rushing. Never rush, man. Never rush. Never rush. Trading should be so relaxed, so easy. That's one of the hardest things. It's also the psychology. I mean, when I say trading should be relaxed, a lot of people don't believe in it, because obviously they're just beginner trader, or they're just experiencing the market from a different point of view. But when you look into the market in a, carefree sort of a state, that's what you want. That's what you want. When you're careless in the market in a way that hey man, even if I lose this trade, I'm definitely okay about it. When you're in such a feeling, that's what you want. You want to be okay about losing. You want to be okay about missing a trade. You want to be okay about losing money in the market, but only less than what you applied. I mean, these things are going to help you a lot, 100%. But obviously, guys, if you don't have a coach, get yourself a coach. Get yourself a caring coach. And yeah, that's it. You know, I'm not just promoting my own enrollment mentorship. I'm just trying to grow my community, and I'm just trying to pay it forward, you know. And especially I'm helping friends, people who are close to me. So yeah, get yourself a coach. And this is amazing because I mean, my mentorship plan and our team has set this website, this plan, and people can pay it in four too. You don't need to pay $350 right at the beginning. You can pay it in 4 installments too. If you don't have money to start with, let's say you don't have money, right? But you want to learn badly. You want to connect to a coach. I mean, you can just come to the website and choose the plan, whatever that is, and proceed to checkout, and just use PayPal to pay in 4. You can pay in 4. You don't need to pay just at once. Simple. Just start your journey, and if you're starting your journey, just find yourself a coach. Don't need to be me. I don't care. But it has to be somebody who can answer your question. It has to be somebody who's gonna walk with you along by your side. That's it. Simple. All right. And the market's pretty boring. Pretty boring, pretty slow market. Pretty slow market. All right, now at this point in time, the daily candle, daily structure makes sense for a buy. To be honest, if I was looking at the daily candle alone, I can see that, you know what, swing traders, they'd be taking buy with whatever the stop loss would be, and they would expect the candles to move up. Even the 4-hour candle is rejecting the bottom, and now this is the market open right here. Market open, 4-hour candles rejecting that 4-hour support area and is flipping up. If the candles are to push up, I would love to see candles close above 151, 285, because this right here is a no trade range for me. So let's see what's going to happen, all right? But I'm still expecting the candles to push down. So for example, if I go into the weekly time frame right now, on a weekly sort of a perspective, candles are turning out to be bullish, okay, which is pretty solid. But for me, this is another rejection area, so don't know when the price is going to reject that area. On a daily time frame, we have rejected that area 3 times already. So what are the chances it's going to reject it one more time? Well, there is some chances. And the 4-hour candle has 1 hour left for its close, so let's see what's going to happen. And 2-hour candles, I mean, it's ranging side by side. Obviously, as we talked about, this is the market open. Haven't seen a lot of volume yet, because obviously London is experiencing a market close. It's bank holiday over there. So yeah, pretty interesting, isn't it? Obviously, if the market's going to push up right now, even if I miss out on this trade, I'm okay about it. I'm definitely okay about it. If somebody is happy trading in a range, man, I don't know what you're doing. If it works for you, beautiful, but I have to stay away from ranges. That's what my experience tells me. Just stay away from the ranges. Stay away from the ranges. Yeah, everything is ranging. Just ranging. GA is breaking down. Haven't seen a lot of volume yet, and we are still waiting. Waiting for the volume. We are 9 minutes in the market and the market isn't moving at all. It's just rangy. Market is pretty rangy. I'm a simple man. Complicate you. All right, so the market is pretty boring. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn this stream into our friendly, non-boring channel. Let's just see if we can play some games here. Can we play some games? Can we play some games? Mario Party. Just taking a game to the next level. Da da da. Da 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 da. On to 4-player. Later. Mario games. Nintendo. Some TCL. Emulator. Start game. Now, how do I start the game? This is also but you can't download. Start, okay. Looks like we are turning the stream into a game stream here. Yeah, on YouTube, Kaijun says, laughing my ass out. Game stream. This session is boring, yeah, man. This session is honestly boring. It just it's not moving. So here's the thing, right? Now, I was actually back testing yesterday with my boys. And if the market's ranging like this, and if the New York Open is not moving the market, guess what? Guess when's the market's gonna move? There's a higher potential NYSE is going to be the market shaker here. So if you're patient enough, and you're waiting for your levels to be hit, and if you set your alert, you will know that, you know what, below 151.005 could be a move that could be experienced around NYSE. So just to make it more interesting, we're trying to play this game right here. We'll see what's gonna happen. I don't know what kind of game did I just download, man. I need to play Mario. Alright, so let's see the controls. Alright, so it says I don't have a stick. I don't have a stick, bro. Alright, so up. Looks like up is okay. This D-pad, left stick. I don't have the left stick. So enter is Z, X, and A is A. Okay, X, Z, X, A, Q, D. Okay, Z, X, A, Q, D. I can do that. Z, X, A, Q, D. And alrighty. This is hard, man. This is tough. This is tough in trading. Playing this game is tough than trading. Man. So E looks like up, E, right stick, keypad, gamepad, up. Okay. What kind of game is this, man? All right, so we are on. Man, oh man, this is tough. This is tough as hell. All right, so okay, D-pad, dun dun dun. Okay. Actually, hold on. Up W, A, D, S. Okay, so start button could be 1. Could be 1. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. And where the hell is the right stick, man? Is there even a right stick in it? Come on, dude. Honestly. They have 6 buttons. Dude, they have a lot of buttons in it. Anyways. U. I. UI. UI, and we can do O. A. L. Okay, O. Turn it on. He got a lot of buttons. Anyways. Advanced setting. And what about this? L1. Let's just do. E, right? So, all right, 1. No. Man, oh man. So L1 is L1 is P, and L2 is dun dun dun. P 0. Alright, so you can play Mario from there. Corey says you can play Mario from there. Yes. That's what I'm trying to do here. The stream is getting too boring because the market's not moving anywhere, so we're kind of waiting. It's kind of expected for the market to not move, obviously, you know. Start button. Wow. Alright, this game is getting boring, man. Come on, where's the action? Bring the action! Alright, so what do I do? Alright, so the guys in the YouTube, you gotta tell me. You gotta guide me what to do, because the game's stuck. Alright, so my suggestion, how about Woody Woods? Alright, so where is the Woody Woods here? Star lit. Not here, yes. Let's go. Oh man, who plays this game? Who plays this game? Oh man, is it a race? Oh dude, come on. For real. Cody says sell GJ. No man, it's not a selling time right now. So I'm looking to sell only below 151. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait. And how am I gonna wait? I'm gonna wait by just enjoying the time. I mean, my boys are not here yet, so yeah. So we are just hanging around. If there's any question, I'm happy to answer. No doubt on it. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Now this is like a really boring game. So never ever played this game. You know what we can do? We can go for Street Fighter. Street Fighter is pretty good. Capcom. Capcom. Come on, buddy. You can play online, but you can't download. All right. How do I start? That's the question. How do I start the game? Man, dude. All right, now we are talking. Now we are talking. We're gonna mute this dude. And we're gonna do this. Just going to check on the market. And we are not moving yet. We're just hanging around. Alright, so it looks like GA is breaking below, which is good. GA is breaking below. Looks like 30 minutes about to close. Honestly, I'm thinking about a sell on GA too. Obviously on GA, not that clear of a range on the left hand side on a 30 minute, but on the hourly time frame, the range is pretty good, right? In about 29 pips of range. All right, haven't seen that volume yet. This is the first candle that has actually closed below. So let's see what we can do. And it's retracing. Okay. It's not a good sign.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Man. Come on. Mr. GJ, Mr. GU. All right, pretty rangy market, to be honest. It's not moving anywhere. It's just hanging around there. We are 30 minutes in the market and haven't moved anywhere yet. And I'm going to enjoy my Street Fighter here. Going to enjoy my Street Fighter. Oh, I won. I won the first round. Pretty good. All right, I won the second round too. Beautiful. Looks like I'm winning. Corey B is saying from order block perspective. So what do you know? What do you want to know about order block? What do you want to know? Corey B says, is order block a supply and demand? Well, order block, I would say this, right? So order block, the guys who look into order block, they look into consolidation. So basically, it's just a cycle of the market when the volume is pretty low, right? And it's pretty obvious. Obviously, market moves in two cycles. One where there's a lot of volume, another when there is no volume at all. And what they're expecting is they're expecting the market to range or consolidate and move better afterwards. So that's the order block is sort of like a area where they see a lot of orders gathering, and that's when they say that the big institutions are entering or the big players are entering, with that disturbing the market pretty much. So order blocks could be a helpful idea, or could be something to observe, but obviously price action is the king at the end of the day, you know. If you can read price action, if you can read the market, that's just it. That's what you want. You want to read the market. That's what you want to do. Man, I am bored with this game too. So let's just close the games. Close the games. Close the games.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna call it a day.
All right, brother. Looks like the market's pretty boring.
Yeah,
Wrong day to be in front of the markets.
I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm halfway asleep now. Halfway asleep. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got a job interview now. I gotta prepare for that.
Yeah, best of luck.
Thanks, brother.
So, are you going right now today?
Yes, I am gonna have to eat something and then head out.
Oh yeah, best of luck. So make sure you prepare, brother. You gotta nail the
Oh
interview.
yes, I got a couple of hours. So
Yeah, yeah. Best of luck. Yep. Have a beautiful day. I mean, it's nighttime here, so I'm gonna sleep, and you better have a beautiful day. All right.
I'm gonna have a beautiful day. All right, brother.
Perfect. Perfect.
See you tomorrow.
Take care, and don't forget to wash the clothes and hang it on the liner, cause the weather's good. Right. I'll
All
see
right.
you. Take care. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, so end of the month looks like we will see something. Let's see. Still waiting. Daily candle hanging around there. Some sort of exhaustion seen in the market, so kind of waiting. And yeah, just waiting here. Just waiting. Monday. Pretty rangy price action. Rangy price action. All right, and the market's moving. 30 minutes before the NYSE, so expecting 15-minute candle. So waiting for the 15-minute candle to close below. Now looks like the candle's actually going to bust through. That's what it looks like. It's actually going to bust through. All right, so GU apparently is looking better than anything else. GU is actually looking nice. GU looks better. GU. Our gold is still hanging around there. All right. All right, so here we are one more time. It looks like the market is rangy. Last few days of the month, and looks like there isn't a lot of performance seen by pound yen today. And we've been waiting for some long time now. I'm gonna be here for another 5 to another 7 minutes, and after that I'm gonna call it a day too, because today we haven't seen a lot of action, except for pound yen breaking a lot of people's heart, and that's it. That's just it. Even pound USD was looking good for sales, but right now it's just hanging around. We are not sure. Well, pound AUD did have some beautiful move down on the downside, but obviously I didn't take it. Didn't take pound AUD. Yeah, pound AUD moved. Surprisingly, pound AUD moved. But anyways, yeah, been focusing on pound yen today and didn't get anything. Obviously, not every day is a trading day. You know, sometimes it's just a day where you are just waiting and nothing happens, so you call it a day, right? So I'm gonna be here for another 3 to 5 minutes. Let's see. 3 to 5 minutes. Let's see. Our pound yen not looking the best. Gold hanging around. Pound USD, pound AUD. Wow, pound AUD did move down. Did move down. All right, now this is the NYSE right now, and looks like nothing's happening. Nothing. All right, so I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. You guys take care, have a beautiful day. Looks like gold could actually push down, but I mean, yeah, the market's pretty rangy, so it looks like September is gonna be the deal here. I don't know if tomorrow's gonna be any good as well. So September 1st will be something we'll be expecting. September 1st. Except for that, I mean, it's just rangy. Pretty rangy market, so I'm gonna call it a day. Take care, you guys. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of the day, and yeah, market closed, no movement, especially around the end of the month. We'll see how the month is gonna end. Until then, take it easy. Beautiful, beautiful time, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys next time. Nothing. Okay, beautiful. Dun 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 dun.